like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to guard.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag.
Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Cleveland Browns. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. Ready? It's our time.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On play action, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Touchdown. First here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. Mike 58 right there. Cut.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Flushed out right.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That's taken it around the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 120.
Tight end Ringo. Tight end on Ringo.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Defense.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Play action. Now Wentz. It's complete to Hopkins. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Browns take over. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between...
And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Wentz. It's Kelsey on the grab. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now third and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal.
Bravo! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Switch gears, switch gears. Whip. Watch the back.
Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Sammy Watkins the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening...
And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
In your face.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. Flush to his right. And he completes it to Cohen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Completes it to Samuel. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Jackson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Jackson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Second and 6.
Ready, set, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, D.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He may try and run for this. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. Here's Jackson to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18 on first down. Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second and a couple. Jackson. That is caught by Cohen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. A give to Cohen. He heads right. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Flushed out right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they broke it up.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Going deep for Diggs. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On play action, it's Wentz. And it's complete to Kelsey. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A final shot before half for Wentz. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's second down. Now Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Wentz now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Wentz to throw again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They run with Hines, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now on 2nd and 16, Wentz. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. On play action, Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Able to get away. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Throw left side complete. It's Lloyd. And he gets it down to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Jackson on 1st down, and incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. They'll try and run it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
He's out of bounds.
This time, Jackson will throw it. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Damon Harrison, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Jackson now. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. The kick by Lambo is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Play action. Now wins. It's Kelsey on the ground.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
61, match box.
Here's Jacobs. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. To throw is Wentz. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I don't think you got it, son.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. And an alley to run. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And Watkins, you see him there, still down and slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Jackson. Got his target, Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Jackson steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive.